I'm with Phil Griffith, and Phil, you're all the way from Valparasio, Indiana, and I can't imagine the looks you must get. I think you probably drove right down Highway 31 over here to Gas City today?
Yes, we did. It's a lot of fun going on the road because the people go by, they'll wave, they'll take pictures. I even had one family stop me so that the kids and mom could ride with me for a while. So, and I'm 3 years old mentally at times when I'm down here, so I have a lot of fun with it. It's a lot of fun.
Well, you know, the great thing, I noticed you allow the kids, I mean, it's a beautiful fire truck, but you don't care if they touch it.
No, when I restored it, that was one thing a lot of people asked me because I did a lot of work and everything else. I said, but I didn't restore it just to look at. I restored it so that people could enjoy it. I could enjoy it. I take the neighborhood kids to rip beer stand in it. I've had the Fair Queen contestants on it. I've taken it to 2 burn camps so that the kids there can enjoy it. So while it may get a scratch or a nick here or there, down the road I may have to repaint it again. I don't know.
Well, we talk to a lot of people about airplanes and old cars, but what is it about a fire truck that makes you interested in owning one?
Well, my interest in the fire truck was the fact that this is the first fire truck that I drove when I joined the Valpo Fire Department back in 1970. I've been a fireman. I spent 2 years of firefighting with Uncle Sam, and so this is my 33rd year involved in firefighting. I had 27 years as a full-time paid firefighter with the city, 8 years as fire chief, but this is the first truck that I drove when I joined the department in 1970. When the city put it into reserve status at the end of 1970, then in 1975 they sold it to the town of Couts. Couts used it actively until about 84. In 84 it got parked in a barn. In 89 they offered it to me and I snapped it up and brought it home, and as you can tell by the little thing down there, started the restoration project.
Well, I think you not only saved it, but Valparasio's got to be proud of this truck.
Yeah, it's used in the popcorn parade. All the schools have used it at one time or another for everything from the high school homecoming parade to when the Science Olympiad team won the national championship. We took them through town on it so they could ring the bell and blow the siren and get a lot of attention from them. We put banners on the side for their benefit at that time.
What year is this truck, and what kind of engine you got in it?
Okay, this is the 1951 Seagrave, and it has the Seagrave engine, which is very similar to, in fact identical to, the Pierce Arrow V12. It's got dual ignition, it's got 24 spark plugs, 4 coils, 2 distributors, 2 starters, 2 batteries, and if you're really gutsy, you can hand crank it. I'm not that gutsy. It's kind of a lot of redundancy built into it. It cools from the radiator, or if you're pumping for a long time, you can open a valve and bring the water from the water tank forward and help cool the engine, or hydrant water to cool the engine.
So now when this truck was brand new for Valparaiso, was it number one? Was it the number one truck?
This truck right now is identical in appearance to what it was when Valparaiso bought it. It's called a quad, and this was quad 1. And to give you an idea, fire trucks are broke down into the number of functions that they perform. Most of your fire trucks you see around here are called triples. They have a pump, they carry water, and they carry a hose. This truck carries a pump, water, hose, and 216 feet of ground ladders, which makes it like a city service aerial ladder. So it does 4 different functions, and that's where they get the quad from.
Any particular one memory when you were fighting fires with this truck that you can think of?
The first time I had to drive it, and it was 11 below zero outside. It got my attention, but with the snow coming down inside and then we were already wet, it started caking up on the front of my visor, and I thought, they did this for a long time before I ever did it. So, but it's quite a truck. It'll pump 1,000 gallons of water a minute from a draft. Now, if we were to take it over there and hook it to the hydrant, it would pump probably about 1,500 gallons of water a minute.
Well, Phil, we appreciate you taking the time. I mean, that's a long way to come all the way from Valparaiso and share this unique fire truck with us here in Gas City today.
Well, that's quite right. It's a 130-mile trip, and it runs about 45, 50 mile an hour on the way down here. So, but again, that makes it nice because then people can catch up with you and pass you and or take pictures, and I can play, they can play. So
I imagine the fuel mileage is not all that good.
No, it gets about 4 miles to the gallon. So the trip down here at 130 miles, round trip's going to run me probably close to $100 for gas.
Phil, we appreciate it.
My pleasure. I'm happy to be